What's up, everybody? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 mistakes that I don't want you to make. I made some of these mistakes. I also caught some of these mistakes before I made them. So I want to share them with you. I want to give you some tips about mistakes that you should not be making on your game, on your account. Okay, so let's get into this. The first one that we're going to be talking about are your diamonds. And this is going to apply more so to new players that are still very early in the game or just starting, or if you want to go in and start another account. Or not even another account. I don't know if you know this, but if you go into your settings in here and you click on change server there, see change server there at the top on the right underneath the girl in the picture. If you go to change server and you click on a different server, you have to create a different character. Your character does not transfer to another server. There's like 80 some servers, so you can make plenty of different playthroughs if you want to. So save your diamonds. And here's the reason. When you play through the game, see, when I first, and I made some of these mistakes on my first playthrough. When in my first playthrough, like I went into the dungeon here and I bought, I bought these, I bought some extra cells, which you're not going to need. You shouldn't need them at all. I have not seen a need for them in any of my playthroughs. Like, if you get so many of the rehabilitation resets, like if you have somebody in your cell and you get a new captive, you should just be able to blow through one of the ones you have in your cell, get and free up that cell space. But don't spend diamonds, okay, at all until you beat level 220 and unlock the summoning circle, okay? And actually, let me show you, because it's not unlocked on this account. I'm going to go to a more developed account, my main account here, if I can tap the right one, and show you some things in this summoning circle. But you want to save those diamonds. Don't spend them on anything, because I want you to look. 1 summon, 300 diamonds. 10 summons, 2,700 diamonds. So you save. So you basically summon, you pay for 9 champions and you get 1 free if you summon 10 at a time. And in a playthrough, if you don't spend any diamonds, when you get to level 220 and you beat it and you unlock the summoning circle, you will have enough to summon 10 champions at a time. And right now, at the time of this recording, there's 5 different promo codes that are active and available, and if you use those, you should be able to summon a total of 23 champions, because you're going to end up with 3 of the summoning crystals, and you should be able to end up with enough diamonds to summon 10 champions twice. And that is a huge boost to your account, a huge boost to your might rating and things like that. So don't spend your diamonds. Save them up through your playthrough until you get to level 220, beat level 220, unlock the summoning circle, then do your summons. If you don't have enough for a second summon of 10, don't spend them. Do some more playthrough, and you may not hit the right levels at the right time, but very soon after, you should be able to hit 2,700 again and get your second 10 champion summons. So save those diamonds. All right, on the subject of diamonds, tip number 2, okay? And this is just in general, but check what you're purchasing. And by purchasing, I'm just talking about diamonds. We're looking at these value packs right now. This isn't necessarily pay to win stuff, because you don't have to spend money to get diamonds. They give you diamonds throughout the game, throughout your playthrough, you earn them. So this isn't a pay to win thing. I'm not talking only to people that swipe their credit card, okay? Because if you save up your diamonds, you can still come in and buy these packs for diamonds. Okay? If you save up your diamonds through 220, you'll have enough to come in here and buy these packs. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, but I want to show you something here. We have the biggest one, and usually, I don't know about you, but for me, I just kind of assume the biggest package is the best package, the best value, right? So it says value up to 11,100 diamonds for this package that you're going to spend 5,999 diamonds on. But if we scroll up to the next, or the one size smaller, we're going to spend 2,999 diamonds. If we were to buy this twice, we would actually save a diamond, okay? We would spend 5,998 as compared to the 5,999, and look at the value. 5,800 diamond value. Multiply that by 2, and you get 11,600 diamond value. So it's better value to buy 2 of the small ones and then one of the big ones, or rather than one of the big ones. But you might be thinking, oh, belligerent, you probably get better stuff in the bigger one. No, you get the same exact stuff, okay? So if you come in here and you look at these, right, you're getting summoning crystals in both. And if you buy 2 small ones, you'll end up with 10 summoning crystals. And if you buy 1 big one, you'll end up with 2 summoning crystals. But wait, there's more. If you buy 2 small ones, you're going to end up with 10 of these stamina potions, which lets you do the expeditions, okay, 10 each time, so you end up with a total of 20. And now look down here at the big one, you get a total of 20, so the same exact amount of stamina potions, okay? But wait, there's more. Senate orders, okay? If you buy 2 of the small ones, you end up with 8, and if you buy one of the large ones, you end up with 8. So, same value, same stuff thus far, right? Guess what I'm going to say? But wait, there's more. All right, now here's where it gets even better. See these 1-hour bonus gold chests? Well, you get 3 in a small package. If I buy 2 of the small packages, I get 6. If I buy one of the big packages, I only get 5. More gold for spending 1 less diamond, okay? And still, even with the Tome of Heritage for upgrading your champion skills, in this small package here, we get a total of 8 of them, okay? 8 times 2, 16. In the big package, we get a total of 10 of them. So by buying 2 of the smaller package, you're going to end up with all the same stuff, plus an extra gold chest, plus 6 extra Tome of Heritages. Okay. Now, I haven't gone through and checked everything in the whole entire game. I just check stuff that I have some interest in. My point in all of this is, if you're going to do something like that, okay, check what you're doing first. Make sure it makes sense. All right? So that's the second tip there. The third tip, okay, gonna come along the same lines of check before you buy. And this is a mistake I made, and you're gonna get to see this right now. Okay, it didn't dawn on me till later. I was just kind of going through and leveling stuff up. But if we come in here to the companion list, and you come in here and you get to this exotic charm thing, basically what this is as you gain companions, you can unlock these things, and you see they give you a bonus to your districts. Whatever symbol it has, it's giving a bonus, and the number below it shows you the bonus it's getting. Okay, now the top one, where it says level 10, is kind of like level 1. And then the middle one is level 2, and then the bottom one is level 3. Okay? So the top one gives you the smallest. Each time I buy one, you see right there for 505, if I buy that, it gives me 4. Okay? If I buy the middle one, it gives me 8. If I buy the bottom one, it gives me 16. So they're double each level that you go up. But it's not always better to just buy bigger one because you're getting twice as much. Check the prices. Okay, so right now you see the one at the very top, the small one, the one that only gives me 4 each level up. Right now I only have to spend 610 for it. Well, if you multiply that by 2, that's 1220 for 8. Right now the level of my middle one, to get 8 I have to spend 1557. Okay, so I'm better off buying 2 of those. I just made 8. I got the same 8 for a cheaper price. So always do the math. Okay, but now that I've done that, see, it's 850 for my next level. Alright, so that times 2 is going to be 1600, which means it's going to now cost me more than leveling up the middle one for 1557. As you can see, I don't have enough to do that anyway. But to be efficient with your district allocations, make sure you're leveling, right? Level the next cheapest one. Okay? Right? Also, for example here, the very bottom one that gives me 16 would cost me 2060. Okay? If I buy double the middle one, I'm looking at over 3,000. So it's cheaper for me to buy both the bottom one, or the top one, and the bottom one, right? Actually, right now, my next move, the best one, is the bottom one. Okay? Because I have to buy 4 of the top one, and 4 times 800 is going to be over 3,000 there as well. So make sure you're comparing the prices and being efficient with your allocations there. Okay, keep your progress going by being efficient. All right. So that is my 3rd tip. My 4th tip, I'm sorry, that was my 4th tip. No, it wasn't. I got confused. That was my 3rd tip. This is number 4. All right. So number 4, my number 4 tip is don't waste resources. What do I mean by that? Well, to show you this, I'm going to switch back to my lesser developed account here. Okay, but don't waste your resources. And what I'm talking about are those gold chests that we just looked at in the shop there. You're going to get those through your playthrough. And I'm also talking about your Senate orders. Okay, so let's look at what I'm talking about. So when you start, you're going to start getting these bonus gold chests. You get them from exploration. You get them from beating the boss levels. Kind of every 5th level, you get some rewards. Okay, you're going to get these throughout your playthrough. Save them. Don't use them unless you absolutely have to. Why? Well, read the details. Use to immediately gain 1 hour's worth of gold at your current district efficiency. Now, if you don't know what your district efficiency is, it's over here. It's in your districts. Okay, down there at the bottom left-hand corner, you see it says total tax collection speed. Right now, mine is 201. I'm getting 261. I'm getting 261 gold per minute right now. Okay. Also, don't ever let your tax collection fill up, because if it gets full, it's not generating money. The same can be said for Senate orders, right? If your Senate orders, or if your Senate is full, even if you don't need them right now, use some, because it's going to regenerate them over time. But so for that gold, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. Go back to the gold. So this is going to generate, or the value of this is based on that district number I just showed you. Okay, so you can see here, right now I'm making 15,660 gold per hour. All right, so if I click use, I'm getting 15,660 gold for this bonus gold 1 hour. Okay, the longer you keep this, the more value it gets. Okay, I'm going to switch accounts one more time. Switch back to my main account over here. Okay, and I want to show you how much more value you get out of this if you save these things. bonus gold, 1 hour. This is the same exact item, okay? Except for now, my district efficiency, you see down in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm getting 16,000 gold per minute, okay? Lots of gold. And also, if you're not in the district menu, just so you know, in case you don't know, it's up there, top right corner. You can see right now 16,000 per minute, right? So now if I open my bag and I go look at this bonus gold per hour, now look at the value. The same item, but because my district is developed now it's worth 937,620 gold per chest. Okay? Just because you're starting a new account or just because you're new on the account, don't burn through your resources. It's not necessary. You should be able to make it through a good majority, especially of the early game. You should be able to make it through all of it without burning through those resources. The other one that I want to talk about are the Senate orders. Okay? Don't rush through your Senate orders. If you're not familiar with the Senate, because you haven't made it there, you're going to come in here, right, and you click solve issues, and it's going to tell you some made-up issue and give you 3 choices. Okay? The 3 choices don't really matter. The question is, do you want gold, bread, or gear? I personally always go with the bread. Gold is easy to make and gold generates. Bread does not regenerate. I don't get any bread off of taxes or any kind of passive generation for my bread. And workers get expensive, and being able to buy more workers equals more gold. So I always buy bread. Occasionally I'll buy the gear. And then you see their number of Senate issues. I'm at 2 out of 9. That's going to regenerate as long as there's space. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Make sure there's always space. Okay? So always come in here and click it a couple times. I always leave some on there so my progress journal thing, whatever it is, where it gives you the different quests, it's always go solve an issue. So I always leave some in here. I never empty this out, but always make sure there's room for it to regenerate, or you're just losing opportunity, right? If this was full 9 out of 9, then it's not like it's just stuck. I'm wasting opportunity anyway. Once and I'm going to do this for this video, if I use all of these, okay, I can come in here, use a Senate order to refill one of those, all right? But the value of the things that you get goes up the higher that your might level goes up. The higher you rank up your account, the more resources you get from those Senate options. Now they're always random. They might change based on something that they decided was the right or wrong answer, but you always get gold, bread, or gear from that. I haven't paid any attention to like right or wrong answers. I just pick which resource I need, which for me is always bread. So I always pick the bread. That's kind of up to you, but my point is, like right now, if I collect bread, I wasn't even paying attention, but I get somewhere around 90 to 100,000 bread each time I gather that. Sometimes it's less, like 60, but sometimes it's more. But if you do it right in the beginning, you're only getting like 6,000 bread, 10,000 bread. So the longer you hold it, like the only time I use Senate orders right now is if I have to do it for this development guide and I don't have any generated, right? If it says next issue available in 37 minutes and I'm not waiting 37 minutes, I'll click use once just so I can complete that development guide. But hold it for those reasons. All right. And my final tip for you is don't ascend champions without a purpose. And I've made this mistake. You see here in this account, okay, I have this 5-star warrior. I don't use her. She's not in any of my team comps. But when I first started, I just came in here, and any time I could ascend, I ascended something. Okay? But here's the problem. You see, in order to ascend her to a 6-star, or if this was a 4-star, in order to ascend a 4-star to a 5-star, let's say, like, I wanted to. This is a guy I use sometimes. So if I wanted to ascend him, okay, you see, I need another 4-star of him. It can be any rarity, and then I need a second 4-star of the same class. So I need a second 4-star tank. All right. Well, let's say that was a warrior. Okay. Like this. Okay. I need a copy of her and one other one. You can see right now the one other one. Oh, it just disappeared. The one other one. You see the yellow check. The one other one was the Doombringer there. Okay. And I need a duplicate of her in order to make her 5-star. Right? I wouldn't do it with that one. But you can't use a 5-star in place of a 4-star, which is kind of frustrating. It might be something they change later on. I don't know. But you can see here, I have a 7-star, level 7-star here, and to get it to 8-star, I still just need 4-star champions. So don't ascend. If you do ascend, and it's not a character that's in your, that you're actually using on the battlefield, if it's don't ascend it past 4 for certain. Okay, but just as far as like the fodder champions, what I call them, fodder or food, don't ascend them. You see I have a bunch here that are still like 1, 2, 3 stars. Don't ascend them. And here's another reason beyond the one I just gave you. Right, when you first start, you get this event. You may be working through it, you may be finished with it. You can see here I'm finished with it. Okay, but we have this. You can go look at it right now if you haven't been doing it. But the way you progressed through this was to ascend champions to 4 stars. Okay, what this indicates to me is at some point in time we are likely to get another event that requires us to ascend a certain number of champions up to 4 stars. We're going to get it sometime in the future. It's not going to be retroactive. It's not going to go back through and give you credit for all of the 4 stars you already have. Otherwise, nobody would ever have to do an event again. So, if you just come in here and because you can, you go, oh, I'm going to ascend this to 4 stars, and you're not using that character, well, now when that next event comes out, you're not going to have anybody to ascend, and you're going to have to try to collect more and more and more. Well, unless you're buying them, the later into the game you get, the slower champion acquisition becomes. And because of that, you want to save your fodder champions for events like that. Now, if you're actively using a character and you actively want to rank them up, right? Like I'm using this one, obviously, it's a mythic character, and I want to rank her up. I need two more 4-star assassin characters. Okay, so if I get some assassin characters, I'm going to ascend them to 4 stars because it's actively helping me improve my team, improve the champions that I use. But if it's not, like I don't use warriors in my team comp right now, so ascending him does nothing for me. Like I'm not trying to ascend a warrior. I'm not trying to improve a warrior's ascension level. So there's no point in me ascending those right now. So if you're not using the champ, if you don't need it, don't ascend it. Don't ascend without purpose. Because if you go too high, you'll end up the problem I have, which is this random 5-star that I have no interest really in ascending to a 6-star, but I can't use her as fodder now to ascend another warrior. Or if/when we get another of these ascension events, You won't have the necessary materials. Again, this kind of falls under what I just said. Don't waste your resources. Okay, so these are some mistakes that I made or I recognized before making them, luckily. But a lot of these I made. Like you see, I made the Ascension mistake. You saw in my companion screen, I made the mistakes with those district uh, buffs, things like that. When I first did my first playthrough, I made the mistake of wasting my diamonds because I didn't know the summons was coming. Don't waste those diamonds. So I hope these tips helped you. Let me know if they did down in the comments. If you have any tips that you would add on to this, let me know in the comments. Let other players know in the comments. Help each other out. Okay. If you got any questions, you have ideas for another video, hit me up in the comments. I will try to get you taken care of. I will try to put together a video. It might take some time, depending on what the topic is. Okay. But like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate your time. I'm Belligerent. Peace.